What's up, fellas? This is Zem from Shrek Gaming, and I'm doing this video on. This is one of those games I haven't seen in a long time, especially with the uh, changes in the super heavies in World of Tanks. And this game, with 5 E100s, a Moss, an IS-4, Panzerwagen 7, and an E5. Yeah, that's a lot of hit points. And this is what I love. This is one of those games where it's a heavy, super heavy, heavy slugfest, and we actually are down a few heavies in this matchup. Not only a few heavies, we're also down a fair amount of hit points concerning the heavies. And then you can say in the very first part here, we actually have a medium advantage, and there is actually one medium on the other team, on our team, that actually notices this too. Actually, two mediums, and they realize that with the mismatch they're going to have, they're going to be pushing south. You know, just because of this mismatch being that they have one medium and one light tank. That's it. And you watch the south as they move. They don't dawdle. They push, 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 which is what's needed to win this game, right? And they counted tanks. They got two there, and there's 2, 4, 5 of them, and a Foch 155. So that's good. That's the whole point of of increasing your chance to win is just being able to recognize that fact of the tank compositions and what we have and what they don't have. But back to the game. In the E100s, 248, even though the buff round is still good, it still lacks a little bit against a bunch of these heavies. That's why you see me firing mostly heat. And in my video, the last video, I was talking about that heavy funnel that happens. Right here is what happened with that heavy funnel, and you notice I moved away from that heavy funnel because there was 5 of us trying to fight for position. And over here, it's now. At the time, it was a 3-on-1, then it turned to a 3-on-2. Now it's a 3-on-3. And this is why you see me move away from that funnel, that we talked about with all the, huge number of heavy tanks that'll bunch up in one spot and then they'll go at it. But, that always causes a problem. People are trying to jockey for positions, running into each other and not getting shots off. So I leave them to that, and I come over here to try to assist as much as I can with this bunch. And I've flubbed 2 shots now. One that should have had the E on lower plate, but my shot went off a little to the left and ended up nailing the track of the E100. And here I'm just trying to keep off as many of these tanks off of the IS-7 as I can. So you see me move around, take a few shots here. And then this is what I love about World Tanks, especially in the changes to the gameplay, the meta, where super heavies and heavies are kind of getting back into the mix, and you're seeing a lot more of this, because it means there's tons and tons of HP to shoot at, tons and tons of HP, XP, So it's a fun time, especially getting one of these big brawls like this, where you have all these tanks like that. E5, he turned away from this brawl for some reason and gave him side to all these other tanks. He dies. IS-7 dies as well. Now, as you watch me play here, I notice now that they've won that whole map over there, they're actually starting to push up. The mediums, the Foch 155, are starting to push up the into their cap, and you can see the other E100s now are moving away from the top of that hill, leaving me and an IS-4 with kind of a mismatch here against this E100. And I'll start eventually right here, start pushing my way over, especially since those 2 E100s on the top of the hill have moved back. The 907 to 62 are sitting there taking pot shots at their rear, so they are engaged with something else, giving me a chance to start moving up into these where these other heavies are sitting. Yeah, this is what tanks should be about. This is the punching, the whatnot, punching them in the face, doing a bunch of damage. 1 artillery's all there is on each side, so you don't have to worry about the bane of cancer and whatnot. So it was a highly entertaining game. You know, this is the kind of game that you always wish you can always get every game in World of Tanks. Enjoying the uh, enjoying tank on tank action. So, which is this what I don't always get with uh, some of these tanks here. You're running a super heavy, you're running E100 or whatever. You're switching to uh, high explosives. I mean, yeah, okay, it does damage every time, but still, I just don't see that as a reasonable round. Here's one I do 705 damage to him. His HEL does 281. So, yeah, hey, throw a few premium rounds in that old E100. So when you do are fighting another E100 or a Moss or something like that, you do have a chance to at least pin him through his turret, you know. Uh, like I said, that's me. I'd rather do the pen and do the damage than just do HE damage. So waiting for my last reload. Maybe I get me a mouse kill. Most likely not. So, like I said, fun game. Tons of HP. Games like this is what you don't normally you haven't seen in a long time. But like I said, with the changes to the super heavies in general, you're seeing more of these kind of matches. You know, so it's yeah. These are the games that really make worth playing this tank game, worth it. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later.